on some of this gum. All right. Well, you know, I'm thinking about having a piece, so if you want some, all you gotta do is let me know. All right. Look. I know. Bubble tape. It's a weird thing for a grown man to carry around and offer out to people. Especially strangers. You know, lots of people ask me why I carry it. Even more people assume that it was a gift from my kids or some weird nostalgic thing. But just between you and me, it isn't anything like that. Hell, I don't even like the taste. It's like a sugar-coated tongue. I do it for them. It keeps them on their toes. It keeps them, I don't know, guessing. I have to be somewhere else right now. I can't take this with me at all. Could you hold on to this for me, please? Just for a minute? Like, I'm just gonna be there, go back. Could you just keep it safe for me? Please. Thank you so much. You have no idea. Thank you so much. It'll just be a minute.
So like I was saying, people in California are like such fucking handy asses. It's like the middle of winter in New York and I don't need a jacket. So I don't really know exactly what they're going to be putting up, but I think it might be
a bowling alley?
Are you kidding? It's the middle of the fucking business district, for shit's sake. There'd be no customers. No, I think they're going to be putting up
a radio shack.
Come on, think. It's going to be a skyscraper. It's going up right across from GNN. Might give us some competition in the media department.
Oh, a McDonald's.
Cox. They're putting up a Cox News building.
That's what I meant.
Don't ever change, Trixie.
Why not, Clark?
Because the world needs...
Idiot.
No, you're not an idiot.
It's okay. I really am sometimes. Once, I got my head stuck in this toilet bowl. And well, the only way out was by flushing the damn thing, and I can reach the handle myself. And you may be asking, what was I doing with my hand inside a toilet bowl? Anyways, well, there was this amazing cookie I had.
Oh, an audience. The world needs an audience.
I don't know. I can hardly have sex in front of strangers without feeling uncomfortable.
I suppose you're right, and in that we're the audience, and you're...
No, I've always felt more like the protagonist.
So what does that make me?
I don't know. Probably just an idiot.
What a fucked up story.
Well, at least it's a story. Oh, shit, I forgot. My break just ended. Everyone, see you later, Clark.
All right, see you later, Trixie, and watch out for those toilet bowls. I'll explain it later. I'll see you in the office. Okay. All right. Okay. Bye-bye. Morning there. I couldn't help but notice you standing here on the sidewalk, not walking. I guess what I'm trying to say is you caught my eye, and I'm Clark. Come on. And I work at GNN down the street here, and I saw you when I was on my cell phone. I couldn't help but notice your gum. Bubble tape? I haven't seen that since I was a kid. Brilliant. So visionary and throwback, like a, you know, fire instead of light bulbs. You know, you kind of remind me of this guy I knew in high school. Walter. This is gonna sound weird, but do you mind if I call you Walter? Well, sure, I'd love some. Walter. You know, that's just the kind of trend-setting initiative we could use at GNN. I don't know if you'd be at all interested, but look, here's my situation. I've been working my ass off at this place for 3 years now, and I just haven't broken that barrier. If I just had the I don't know, intuition. And that's where you come in. If you could get people interested in what you had to say, then half the battle of reporting is already over. And you made choice of gum interesting. Just imagine if your opinions on worldwide issues could be considered. Come on, Walter. At least let me show you the place. Well, this is our conference room. This is where we have all of our brainstorming meetings to talk about relevant topics. Leah, this is Walter. Walter, this is my boss, Leah.
Amelia. My name's Amelia Clark.
Fine, Leah. So our desks are out here, but there's this back wall with a hallway and some vending machines and a bathroom and shit. And this is where we do the broadcast. You know, why don't you just go run off by yourself and I'll meet up with you later, Walter. But don't go too far. You crazy rascal. So, what do you think?
About what?
Well, you know, Walter.
The guy you just brought in?
Yeah.
I don't know. 5 seconds isn't really enough time to pass judgment on somebody.
Well, I guess, but he's pretty great, right?
Whatever you say.
Yeah.
Why do you ask?
Well, just, you see, Walter's really good at predicting and setting trends. Like, the first time I met him, he was spearheading this groundbreaking fashion statement. And, well, ever since then, I mean, he never failed to impress me. He's just so charismatic, and so he just never had my offer to job place.
What's that?
You know, he just say, offer to job was worth.
Why are you talking like that?
Talking like what?
Jesus Christ, Clark, tell me your fucking thing, please.
You know, I offered him a job as my assistant.
Yes. So funny. It sounded like you said you offered him a job as your assistant.
Uh-huh.
I mean, not right.
Well, look, Leah, I deserve an
Please,
assistant.
call me Amelia. You want me to give some guy with good fashion sense a job?
Well, isn't that what you did for me?
You recall you interviewed just like every other employee.
I deserve an assistant.
And why is that?
Well, obviously, clearly, Leah, I don't
Amelia! My name's Amelia and you'll call me Amelia. It's the name I was born with. I believe I deserve that respect. Ugh.
Sorry, Amelia.
Okay, sell me your pitch.
Well, we both know I'm your best writer here, and if we want to keep bringing capable bodies into our department, we have to train the bright minds early. This Walter kid is the future of news.
How long have you known him?
It's been a hot minute.
And he's really that talented?
He's just the best at what he does.
Okay, you've got a job.
Yes!
But, Clark, he has to start at the bottom.
At the very bottom? Come on, Walt. We'll go into the basement.
In the realm of glory, golden word for me. Cheap as egg time, not like a crime. It's the only story.
If you're going to insist on singing, you might as well try a decent song.
Daphne, good morning.
It's Miss Hart. We went over this. And don't even start with that awkward bullshit stutter. You're a big girl. An editor, as a matter of
I
fact.
know you startled me. I didn't expect.
You see, Amelia, this is exactly what separates the mediocre editors from the great editors. The element of surprise, or rather, the lack of it. When I was an editor, nothing ever shocked me. Someone could have come into my press room wearing nothing except 2 Winchester Model 70s and a veil. And you know what I would have said? I asked for cream cheese, you cocksucker. Tell me, Amelia. Have you ever watched a man die?
No.
Are you chewing gum?
No.
I'm sure you've heard of these Y2K rumors by now. New Year's Eve is a huge day for us without having to worry about all that goat shit. People are scared. Can you taste it?
I guess it does taste a little like the blood, sweat, and tears of your subordinates.
Keep them glued to their televisions. Dispose of whatever stands in your way. Or whoever.
Are you telling me to kill someone?
Don't you fuck this up for me!
Are you happy, Amelia? Now that this brilliant mind is being suffocated by the debris and clutter of his inferiors? I promise you'll just love it though, Walter. Just come on.
If he's really as amazing as you say he is, rising to the top should be a piece of cake for him. No pun intended.
You know I never get cake humor.
Well, that's the yeast of your problems. Because I actually could really use your help on how to format this Y2K section. People are saying it's the end of the world. It's madness.
How do you know?
Well, Daphne's my boss, so I've gotten pretty good at spotting it. You're not buying into the hype, are
lot flashier.
Yeah, that ticker at the bottom is a really nice touch.
I feel like I'll miss something if I look away. It's hypnotizing.
What's the matter, Anderson? Not a fan? Well, what would you prefer? 2 new stickers? 3 new stickers? 4 new stickers? 5 new stickers? Hey, I have an idea. Anderson, would you go sit right there?
Oh, no,
Jack, would you tell Keegan graphic design that I'm gonna try them? 8 new stickers. Wow.
I'm Jack, by the way.
Welcome to the writing team, Anderson.
As my new assistant,
But
right?
I think you might be right about him. He's confident, he has charisma, he knows his place. He has all the skills a good writer needs.
But you never interviewed him.
Clark, he's a writer now. Look, they're at Jack's desk. I'm gonna have to talk to him when he gets back.
Sure.
Anderson, if you're still interested in that, I would love to show you the graphic design department.
His name is Walter.
All right, good things are happening, people. Let's keep looking for stories and get to work. This is a huge night for us. Anderson, meet me on the floor in a few minutes. I want to show you your desk. Oh, Jack, you're back. Unfortunately, we're gonna have to let you go.
Oh, Miss Hart,
Hello, Clark. How are you doing today?
I've actually had kind of an interesting day. You see,
My, how
this
very
guy-
interesting. Go run along now. I need to have a serious talk with this new fellow.
What is happening to this place?
You! I don't know who you think you are, but this is my company. You think you're a hot muffin or something? You don't know shit. You disgust me. you think you can just barge right on in here, unannounced? Well, Tom, that's not how things work around here. You see, GNN is my cheap, crippled whore, and I'm her unrelenting pimp. If you expect to steal my whore, you better prepare to feel the rain of my backhand. Why, yes, I'll take a piece. So never forget, I'm the pimp, you're the whore. Do you know why I have this wig? Of course you don't. Nobody understands genius in their own time. I normally tell people it represents what news should be. Not necessarily true, but the easiest substitute. It should rest upon a crown, the verisimilitude of certainty. Plus it feels great. Real human hair. I cut it myself. I think it's time for my pill. Here, hold this. Four quaaludes, 3 ephedrine, 1 equine sexual performance enhancer, and a vitamin C. You seem to know exactly what you want, and anything else that gets in your way isn't worth the waste of your breath. I envy your sense of direction. No time for pointless speculation. But Tom, if you don't have time for pointless speculation, you might not belong in the news industry. You see, tonight we predict to have the highest viewership in GNN history. What with all the New Year's Eve broadcasts and those Y2K rumors will be stirring up, people will be huddled around their screens, just writhing in desperation to hear what we'll tell them. What you'll tell them! Tom, I want you to enter the news tonight. I don't know if it's your devilish wit or your unflappable charisma, or maybe it's just the way you chew that damn gum. When it comes time for that ball to drop, I want my network in the hands of the only man in this building whose balls have descended in a similar downward motion. Let me make myself very clear, though. If there is any dead time on air tonight, you can say goodbye to this entire career you've made for yourself. Don't fuck me over. Tom, what are your feelings on whips?
Yeah, we can come back at literally any time of the day. Right now.
What? No, that would be just as inconvenient. I'm sure you've all met Tom by now.
Oh, Walter.
Tom will be anchoring the news tonight.
What?
Trixie, tell Carl he has the night off.
But Carl's been angry for a decade!
Fuck Carl. He smells like oatmeal. Besides, it's about time he had a fresh face in the
my career alone, if you have a minute.
I'm sure I can suffer your existence for another moment.
Oh, thank you. I think. So, I don't know if you're aware, but I've been working at GNN for about 3 years now, and well, I've never been promoted.
Yes?
Well, I've pretty clearly been the most consistent writer, and well, honestly, it kind of pisses me off a little bit. The first day I bring a new employee and he receives not 1, not 2, but 3? 3 promotions in under 10 hours? I'm not even sure he's done any work. And it's just that, Miss Hart. I don't even know what you're looking for in your employees anymore.
Clark. I'm sure you know this, but we're a 24-hour news cycle. That means we never stop. I never stop. If you want complete honesty, you will never be a reporter. You might become an editor in the unlikely chance that Amelia dies. Or even unlikelier that she retires. But if you really want to catch my attention, I need to see more of me inside of you.
Yes, I'm sorry.
The reason why I green-lighted Tom for tonight's broadcast is because he reminds me of myself before I took over GNN. The perfect employee is a mirror. Just be more like a fucking mirror, Clark.
But Walter isn't even that great.
Who?
Or Tom, or whatever. All he ever does is chew that stupid gum.
Well, we'll see who just is great when tonight's broadcast airs. I have a feeling the viewers will think differently. Some people are just born to rise to the top. Like,
The dinger thing at a fair when you hit it really hard.
cake.
Damn it. If you were me, would you leave GNN?
You're just one number of many. The moment you leave, someone will do exactly what you've been doing here the past, just said it too. Doesn't really matter. However many years you've been here. And if you went somewhere else, it would be exactly the same thing. You're not going to find what you're looking for, Clark. The world gets faster and louder every day.
Alright, so after Katie's update on Russia, we're going to introduce our Times Square reporter, Steve Wallace, okay? That's all you have to do for the first 5 minutes. Make sure you hit all the points about the new millennium and watch for an update on the Y2K threat. We might have to cut to that if anything develops. You're gonna be great. Just, read the prompter and stay confident.
Where was your first recording gig?
must be new. What? Are you kidding? I can't eat that shit. Are you trying to get me fired? God damn it, what is this? Amateur hour? We gotta get ready to read the news.
He doesn't even deserve to be sitting in that desk, Leah. Where's my desk? Where's my promotion?
Most of the time, Clark, the wrong people are handed the microphone. I think it doesn't matter who's reading the news because the words on the prompt are wrong to begin with.
What do you mean wrong? I wrote those words.
Exactly, and I edited them to please Daphne, Miss Hart. She doesn't pay us for her accuracy, Clark.
We should still aim for the truth, though.
You can aim for truth in local news. Janan aims at viewership. Nothing keeps an audience on the edge of their seat quite like uncertainty.
I've always tried to justify these stories, or, well, lies, really, with my own ambitions, but I think you're right.
You're right, too. Even for Daphne, putting him out there is...
Yeah. Even in the business of uncertainty, something should be certain.
When you brought him in this morning, I thought he was great.
Apparently everyone did, but I'm having second thoughts now.
Me too. It's hard to resist someone who's so confident and quiet, but... I mean, did he change?
Honestly, he's kind of a dick now. He thinks he could just come in here and take all my promotions? You know, he didn't even thank me.
Wow.
Yeah.
Although, I don't know, maybe our perceptions of him just changed.
Nah, I'm a good judge of character. Asshole.
All right, let me go.
Live from New York City, it's a celebration of the millennium. This is GNN at 11, with Steve Wallace in Times Square, Peter Smith reporting from Washington's Y2K Command Center, and Karen Wang in Chicago. Now from GNN headquarters, Katie Williams and Tom...
Good evening, and welcome to the last hour of the 20th century. I'm Katie Williams, and this is Tom, filling
nothing is just too easy. People are always going to expect you to get up and do or say anything. They're going to be a little disappointed with nothing. Good luck out there.
Walter. I know we've had our differences in the past, but I owe you a thank you. Without you, I wouldn't have ended up behind that desk, so thank you. Psych! You fucked up, Walter! And now I get your precious desk. Look who's rising to the top now. Cakey bitch! Thanks for being inadequate, dweeb.
Think you could help me out a little? Looks like you're leaving already. I wish I could go. But looks like I'll be here until the next century. Not long now. After that, I can go back home to my family. But usually they're all in there when I get back. But maybe not tonight. Man, what a long ass day. Something about New Year's Eve makes it seem like the longest day ever. Until the next day. Anywho, I guess I'll see you tomorrow, my friend.
Hey, you! Oh, God, you're still here.
No way! Do you still have my bubble tape? Oh, thanks for holding on to it, man. You just... you have no idea how crazy my day has been. Just living la vida loca, you know what I mean? You know what I mean. Oh, man. Oh, all the gum is gone. That's okay. I could just buy a new one tomorrow. Did you eat all of it? Hey, it's okay if you did, man. No judgments here, believe me. No judgments here. That's not true. Yes, judgments here. I'm like literally always judging people. We kind of have to. It's like that's how we're taught to look at everything, with these split-second judgments. But hey, at least I can acknowledge it, right? Yes, I am judging you and assuming all kinds of stuff about you based on every tiny movement and expression that you make or don't make. But what am I trying to say? I've made you a character in my head. And this character, it's laden with all kinds of biases and assumptions and stuff. But if that's okay with you, then it's okay with me. Because I'm going to try not to assume anything too offensive. See, we each exist as perceptions of one another, but mostly as perceptions of ourselves. And I, for one, can live with that. Can you live with that? Great. I'm Harrison. But, you know, we could be on first name terms. I never caught your name. Just say name. I guess it's that time already. Well, you know, I hope to see you again sometime. Really do. Glad you enjoyed that. Oh, and hey, happy new millennium.